Hi gang, welcome back to the Honoriest Latina Ever. Today's topic is going to be current events and the Democratic debates I painfully watched last night. But before that took place, I had to get a little bit of exercise to help the serotonin. On my way to class, I saw two little girls running and playing tag on the playground. I know it's not relevant to politics. You're probably going, why is she telling us this story? But it is relevant. I was walking and I heard this little girl say to the other one that she was running after, "I'm going to attack you like an angry Latino." And I was furious. I was furious because where do these 6-year-olds hear such things? And do they know that that is a form of I mean, that is so politically incorrect and a form of racism. But they're getting this from somewhere. And it made me start to think about how we perceive Latinos in America. And, you know, my mom comes from Puerto Rican heritage, and I live in the state of Florida. And just because I believe we should have borders doesn't make me a bigot. So I'm going to add to this a little bit because I think it's very relevant. I said to the principal inside the room, I said, you know, when we talk about culture and accepting culture, it's really important that we don't have a stereotype on what being Latino is, and that we understand fully what we're talking about, because a lot of us that are Hispanic, we don't want everybody coming in, and nor do we feel that if we oppose this kind of policy that we're bigoted. And by the left, they're painting us this way. They're the extreme radical left. So anyway, I've been putting out these videos and I was almost ready to quit, and there's this one person I really like, and he's my #1 fan right now. And so John, I'm going to send you one of my peach habanero jams, and you guys, if you want to be my favorite person of the month, forward my video, and for my faithful followers, and I'll pick one every so often, and you will get one of these. So anyway, topic is the Democratic debates. And I fell asleep through them. Of course, I always do. But then I recapped it this morning because, you know, all the media stations were playing it over and over and over again. And I have to say, the only one that really made any sense, which was very scary, was Mr. Biden. And I have to tell you, you know, a lot of people might have things to say about him, but compared to all the other people, he actually looks sane out of the whole bunch. So I'm appalled on how far to the left that some of them have went. They're over in the AOC zone, the crazy zone. You know, Cortez, the C for Cortez stands for not, what's her last name? Alexandra Ocasio Crazy. It's Alexandra O'Crazy. But you know, it's crazy. I mean, the Green New Deal, if you even listen to Mr. Biden talk about that, and even talk about the Obamacare and some of the policies that are brought on by his own party, he actually has some sort of like common sense. He's not in the Bernie Sanders camp. And so I think that a lot of people in his base are going to be drawn to that. But what really upsets me about that party is how they use the race baiting card, the race card, to demonize anybody that maybe opposes this radical agenda. And I saw them all kind of gang up and foam at the mouth and go after Joe, and I'm like, Joe is like the only sane one in a party of crazies. So anyway, you know, it's insane. But you know, another thing that spurs this whole movement on is some of the language in our tweets. And of course, you know, there's a lot of baiting going on and everything like that. But you know, and we have a certain person that like takes the bait, and I can say stuff and put it out there, and I'm a comedian and I'm being funny. But if you're holding a public office, I think you really have to be careful how you say things, because it can be perceived really poorly, like the Ilhan Omar comment when she said that we should fear white men. I just like, wow, like how is it that they can come after us very strongly and we can't say anything about them? Because if we say anything to point out their flaws, we are racist. So anyway, you know, I'm the Honorary Latina because that was given to me by somebody in the media, only because I oppose legislation, and I was with Oregonians for Immigration Reform, and I just simply went up against the establishment and the resistance and said, hey, you guys need to do something about this problem. We can't give driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. They're not citizens. We're giving benefits to them. And you know what? I'm sorry, but if we were to let every person that came over here that was fleeing and needing help and assistance, that just walked across the border, we wouldn't have a United States left, okay? We would be like every other socialist country. We would collapse. We have the worst borders out of any country, and yet we're out there defending other people. And it's about time we have pulled our heads out of our butts and started doing something here at home. And that doesn't make us racist. It makes us patriots. You guys have a great day. Forward my video if you like it, and you forward it. And you know, this one's going out to John. Next one can be yours. Have a blessed day.